Muy buenas a todos, chicos, chicas, reyes, reinas del canal. Hoy continuamos con la misión legendaria de Citlalí. Me imagino que ya el último episodio. En el episodio anterior, pues básicamente entramos en la cueva esta, que fue donde surgió la guerra de los colores. Este está un poco triste porque, bueno, este no era malo, pero bueno, aún así se lo van a llevar a los vientos agujeros nocturnos. Básicamente el tío que nos engañó, o sea, el de Fontaine, que venía con nosotros, nos engañó, era evidente. Y básicamente, pues, consiguió escapar destruyendo la cueva. Entonces tenemos que buscarle ahora, que salió corriendo por aquí. Y dije, ah, mira, la han pillado ya.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs. They caught Moluso.
Vale, pues la han pillado antes que
Something
nosotros.
felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
Vaya, qué lista la ciudad, macho.
My bank balance. No! No!
Ah, vale, le están metiendo como ideas en la cabeza, ¿no?
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most.
Vaya.
It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right.
Ese es el
I
sentido.
know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Es que nosotros todavía tenemos que crear el tapiz ese que tenemos que decolorar para reflejar la historia.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Efectivamente, tenemos que bordar el pergamino.
Don't worry, Huitzilin's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory? I finally figured out my answer.
Es que el episodio anterior su
I
amiga
knew
se fue.
you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Ah, qué bien. Se viene con nosotros al abuelo este. El abuelo es que es un bicho que, bueno, hostia, está lejos al punto, pero bueno. Básicamente ese tío, pues, creo que es más joven que Citlalí, o sea que... Pero que también es un abuelo, o sea, tiene también ya una edad. A ver, lo bueno de esto es que... Joder, no puedo volar. No me deja hablar, vale. Menos mal que tenemos a Mabuika y con Mabuika podemos ir un poquito más rápido ahí. Eso es. Sí, con Mabuika se mueve bastante rápido, porque vas haciendo así y todo bien. Pero bueno, básicamente este, pues, fue el que nos dio el cometido de bordar en el tinte, ¿sabes? Y necesitábamos encontrar el tinte para eso, para bordar el
Now,
tapiz.
when it comes to weaving the scroll itself,
El
you
pergamino
don't
ese.
actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Huitzilin's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Citlalí?
Follow me.
Follow me, todo el rato. O sea, necesitábamos el tinte ese, creo. Porque el color que tenía era como muy especial, ¿sabéis? El problema es que cuando los tatuís lo destruyeron y ya pues no podemos entrar. Pero me imagino que tendrá una solución. Porque si no, no estaríamos ahí. Mira, ella tiene otro pergamino.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Hostia, muy rico, ¿eh?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you
Hostia, esta es
directly
Huitzilin.
relates to woven scrolls.
Esta es la Huitzilin, tú.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Pobrecita Lali.
Hey,
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories.
Menos mal que no me dejaba pasar porque...
So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history?
A ver, creo que va a haber cinemática, pero bueno, yo por ese caso me guardo esto.
Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlalí. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Huitzilin. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it.
Lo va a colorear.
Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Es que imagino que ahora vendrá la cinemática, porque no ha habido. Zapping le ayuda a sacar el pergamino del telar al exterior. Entonces, claro, imagino que vendrá ahora, pero imagino que será la típica cinemática de historia, ¿sabes? Donde te cuentan una historia. Normalmente suelen haber dos tipos de cinemáticas, ¿sabéis? Las que son de acción, es decir, que suceden en el presente, y las que son como más dibujos, ¿sabes? Que suceden en el pasado. Y te cuentan como una historia. Me imagino que será ese tipo de cinemática, porque otra cosa.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time.
Míralo.
I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey.
When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
¡Ole!
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Preservar los colores es el verdadero deber de los elegidos. Así no quedarán enterrados en las montañas de papel blanco y tinta negra. Pensaba que se iba a leer Citlalí, pero...
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlalí?
Paimon, acuérdate de ese obsequio de los espíritus.
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
¿Por qué no se lo has contado a nadie?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Sí.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Huitzilin died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
Creo que es su forma de recomendarte nuevos amigos.
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point. This time though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Un trapo.
What is it?
De la cocina encima, ¿sabes?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory, and carry my color in your mind.
Parece que ya somos amigos oficialmente.
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think?
Isn't that what friends are for?
Sí, ojo.
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlalí, if the traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
Oh,
A mí me molaba que pudiera escuchar los pensamientos del viajero.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories.
Ahora, cabrón, o sea, ahora yo puedo leer sus pensamientos y ya los míos.
So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
¡Ay, la madre!
I knew it.
Entonces, ¿cómo podemos solucionarlo?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
Ah,
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it.
claro, Paimon no entiende, la pobre.
It'll probably take some time though, so bear with me for now.
A mí me mola, que haya como... A mí me mola que como que tengan distintas reacciones los personajes.
Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing.
La Paimon.
Unless I've had a few drinks.
¿Podemos arreglarlo? Es una pena.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
A mí me mola, la verdad, es que se queda así. A mí me mola bastante. Toda queda, espera el siguiente día hasta las 8 a las 12, joder. Yo pensaba que esto ya se acababa hoy, pero se ve que no. Se ve que todavía queda un montón. Yo pensaba que ya esto iba a ser la última conversación. Ahí imagino que queda poco. O sea, es que tampoco quiero cortar y hacer otro episodio porque otro episodio ya... o sea, creo que aburre. Pero bueno, no creo que quede mucho. Me imagino que ya pues será un tonterío el quede. A ver. Entrega el último amigo del jefe Viram. Ah, vale, claro, porque tenemos que... Es verdad que nos dio como esa tarea y tenemos que terminarla, imagino. Vale, no creo que sea muy largo esto.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
Hostia, qué guapo, ¿eh?
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, traveler.
No jodas, me vas a contar todo. Pero si fue Citlalí el que lo hizo. Relatas con pelos y señales todo lo que ha dado. Tío, ¿cómo voy a leer eso? Vamos a ver, seamos sinceros. ¿Cómo voy a leer eso en tan poco tiempo?
You don't look surprised at all.
Espero que os podáis parar el vídeo.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a die derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
All right, we'll leave that to you.
Oh, and please pass along my thanks to Granny Huitzilin. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended, and it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history.
Ah, vaya. O sea que él ahí empezó ya todo.
People to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
No, al final los de Lanzas van a pillarle manía a los de Fontaine, macho.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Bueno, nosotros nos despedimos aquí.
Until we meet again.
Y ya está. ¿No? Ah, no, explica, joder. Pues sí que a lo mejor podría haber empezado otro episodio, macho. Joder. Podría haber empezado otro episodio fácilmente, madre de Dios. Y yo pensando que se iba a acabar ahí ya, tú. Vale, me imagino que tampoco... Este es el último rezo,
You
vamos.
told him everything, right?
Yep, we left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
El esfuerzo de Viram merece ser recompensado.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Huitzilin. I want people outside of Natland to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity, I assure you. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
Me parece que tiene sentido.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
Sí, emborracharse.
Oh, thank you very much.
Vale, pero espero que las preguntas sean... O sea, que no tenemos que preguntar a nosotros. Vale. Alier pregunta por cada mínimo detalle sobre el pasado de Citlalí, hasta que Citlalí termina perdiendo a la princesa y se ve obligado a marcharse.
Another day, another drained social battery.
Parece que ha llegado el momento de despedirnos.
Hold on.
Hostia, es verdad.
You owe me a pair of books.
Es verdad.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
A ver, tardaremos algún tiempo en encontrar algo así.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person.
Sí, pero bueno, es la amiga nuestra.
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
Ah, la llave de su casa, qué guay.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
Joder, me vaga. Ni para saludar quieres, ¿sabes? Abrir la puerta. Vale, pues aquí ya acaba la misión. La verdad es que este episodio yo pensaba que iba a durar 12 minutos, pero no, 20 minutos casi, 21. Pero bueno, por lo menos ya hemos terminado, así que nada. Espero que os haya gustado, que os haya... Hostia, nos ha dado otro fragmento de eso, pero bueno. Espero que os haya gustado, que lo hayáis disfrutado y gracias por ver. No sé si esta misión legendaria la habré subido antes o después de la de Mabuika. Me imagino que después. Aunque la he grabado antes, debo decir. La he grabado antes, pero me imagino que la subiré después. Pero bueno, espero que os haya gustado, que lo hayáis disfrutado y gracias por ver. Adiós.